And this year I really want to go for it. Hi, I'm Meg. Welcome to Plant Fit Meg. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I hope you'll take a look around at some other videos while you're here. If this is your first time here and you're unfamiliar with my story, I have lost 80 pounds with a plant-based diet and a healthy lifestyle. So I make videos about healthy weight loss, simple plant-based recipes, and living a healthy lifestyle. Today I want to discuss New Year's resolutions and my plans for the new year and my New Year's resolutions, as well as some tips to make resolutions into a reality. Because a lot of times we make resolutions, we have the best intentions, we're feeling great, we're feeling motivated, new year, new me, right? New year, new you. And then things kind of fall apart within a matter of weeks or months. So I want to discuss how we can turn those resolutions and those good intentions into action and into progress and getting to where you want to go. I'll link my New Year's resolution video from last year up here as well in case you want to check that out. And I also have a reboot your resolution video that I made actually in April of last year, and I'll leave that linked as well so you can check that out for more tips if you're interested. Remember to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and with that, let's jump right in. So in the past, I have always sort of underestimated myself and sort of let fear stand in my way of what I want to do or things that I thought I would want to do but didn't think I was capable of, or didn't think I was strong enough to do, or just not capable and not able to do. And after regaining my health and losing 80 pounds and being in weight loss maintenance mode for a while, I feel so empowered to do the things that I've always wanted to do. And last year that included working on push-ups and calisthenics and handstands and improving those things. And this year I've decided that I want to get as fit and as strong as possible. I want to build muscle and do it in an absolutely really healthy way, a sustainable way. I also took a break from YouTube fairly recently and was kind of reflecting on the past year and trying to figure some things out for myself and reevaluating what I want to put on the channel and what I want to share and bring forward. And I was actually diagnosed with inattentive ADHD, which is a whole nother story unto itself. So if you're interested in that diagnosis situation and more about that, let me know and maybe I can make a video about that. But that gave me a greater understanding of how my brain works and how I can work with it to make things work for myself. So for 2022, I want to get as fit and strong as possible. For the past several years, I've joked with my husband about getting jacked, and every time January comes around, I joke with him and I say, oh, this is the year I'm gonna get jacked, and I, pull my muscles out, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get jacked this year. And it's always just kind of been a joke. It's never been something that I've actually worked towards or actually done much about. And in 2022, I want to really focus on building strength and building muscle and being as strong and as fit as possible. And I'm going to take you guys along on this journey with me and maybe share some workouts or share what I'm doing, what I'm eating, all this kind of stuff. So it's going to be really fun. I feel like now, if I put my mind to something and I really commit to it and I'm consistent, that I can accomplish anything. And so I'm really looking forward to the coming year and seeing what I can accomplish and how I can change my body and feel stronger and even more empowered, and how I change and my mindset shifts and all these things over the course of the next month, 3 months, 6 months, year, 2 years, what things look like a few years down the road or coming around my 40th birthday, right? So I am looking at this, you know, from a short-term perspective and a long-term perspective. I've actually gotten a jump on my resolution as well, because I'm the kind of person that once I make a decision and I feel strongly about it, I just go for it. I wasn't gonna wait until January 1st to get going. So I've actually hired a personal trainer at the gym, and she's lovely. We've been working together for a couple weeks now. And I really wanted to just have a really solid foundation and build my confidence in the weight room in the gym, because I am a gym goer and I love it there, but I've been taking classes and that's just been my comfort zone. I do have a bit of a fitness background. I'm a certified group fitness instructor, but that's sort of where I've lived in the gym. I haven't really gone into the weight rooms with, you know, free weights and machines and things like that. So even though I have a fitness background, I thought, you know, there's so much that I don't know, and I'm aware that there's so much that I don't know and so much I can learn from a professional personal trainer. So I went ahead and hired someone to help me out with that and coach me and get me started and get me going with a program, and just have me build my confidence in that area before I go it alone. My goal really is to become the most fit, strong, athletic version of myself that I can be. And it's important to me for many reasons. Part of it is health and longevity and mobility. And when I see 70 and 80-year-old bodybuilders, I'm so inspired and so excited to see what they're up to. And I just find that so motivating and so inspiring. And this kind of leads into my first tip: to create a resolution that really resonates with you and that you feel really passionately about. If you just make a resolution because it's just kind of the thing that people do this time of year, and oh yeah, I'm gonna make a resolution to lose weight because it's just kind of what I do every year without putting much thought into it, I recommend taking a step back. Is weight loss really something that you want? Is it something that's really important to you? Or is it something that maybe you're feeling an external pressure somewhere to do it, but it's not really that important to you? I recommend brainstorming and really thinking and considering and even journaling about what is really, really important to you. What do you want to build, or how do you want to change? What do you want to look like or feel like, or what do you want to be able to do in the coming months or at the end of the year? Once you have a good idea of the resolution you want to make, or the intention you want to set for the year, the goal you want to make that's really, really important to you, the next step is to make a plan, and make a reasonable plan. So for me with strength training, I am not starting from zero. I am a gym goer. I have been a gym goer on and off for many years. So I'm not starting at nothing. I have been going to the gym regularly, you know, 3 to 4 to 5 sometimes days a week, and taking classes. And so for me, it's reasonable to continue to go to the gym 3, 4, 5 days a week, and to just shift some of those training sessions, rather than going to classes, into my individual training sessions, either with my trainer or on my own, and getting started with my strength training. Making a realistic plan is so important, and I've made this mistake so many times in the past, where I have my resolution, I have a clear goal, a clear intention, but then when it comes to the actual planning, I would start out really intense and really strong, and I would burn myself out within, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. And starting where you're at and building from there is a much better strategy than jumping in and trying to go from 0 days in the gym to 5 days a week every week. If you can build up to 5 days a week and that's what you want to do, cool. but it's extremely difficult to go from 0 to 5 and to just be consistent in that. So I think starting out a little bit smaller and seeing where you can actually fit it into your schedule and make it work is a lot more reasonable and will help you turn your resolution into a reality and an actionable plan that you can actually follow and actually do for the long haul. My next tip is to consider other factors related to your goal. So for me, with strength training, obviously I need to be strength training. I need to go to the gym and do my workouts and get my workouts in. But it's more than just that, right? I need to think about how I'm fueling myself. What am I eating? Am I hydrated? I need to consider my sleep. I need to consider rest and recovery. So there are other factors involved that need to be considered. And I think that's the same for many resolutions. For example, weight loss. It's not just about the food and hydration. It's about mindset. It's about those other factors that I mentioned in terms of, sleep, stress management, exercise. And so it's important to consider other factors that are related and will impact your behaviors and routines and your goals. My next tip is to make a contingency plan. So make a plan B or a plan C. Run a few what if scenarios and make a plan for what you will do in the event of XYZ. So for me, strength training at the gym, I have a few big concerns. One big concern with the pandemic is that the gyms could close at any moment. So if I don't have access to the gym, what am I going to do? I'm going to do what I can at home. I do have some dumbbells, I have calisthenics bars, and I have my own body weight to work with. So I'll do what I can at home to continue my workouts, and they won't be the same. I won't have access to the same equipment, but I'll do the best I can to continue training. Another big concern is if the schools close and I'm at home with Riordan, my son, then I won't have as much time to go to the gym. So then I might need to rework my plan around that a little bit and potentially have some workouts in the gym and some workouts at home and just kind of rejig my schedule and reevaluate. Other concerns could be if I get sick or if I get injured. And I think those two are really difficult because it's easy to say, oh, if I'm sick or injured, I'll just push through, but that's probably the worst thing you can do. And in my case, if I get sick or injured, my plan is to rest, recover, take a deep breath, do what I can as I can, start back small and just do what I can with what I'm able to do. And so if you think about the what ifs and sort of making contingency plans, it's really, really helpful for when those things happen, for when life gets in the way and something comes up. You already have a plan written out, ready to go. You can refer to it. Oh, hey, I wrote this when I was in a calm, not stress mode, not just wanting to throw my hands up in the air and say, oh, well, I can't get to the gym, so it's done. My resolution is out the window. I've made plans for, other things getting in the way, other things happening, and I think that's great to do for other goals as well, so that regardless of what's going on, you do have the ability to make progress towards your goals. And maybe you need to take a little break, maybe you need to take a step aside and focus on something else in your life, and that's okay. Maybe you put your training on the back burner for a little bit and then you jump right in as you can. My next tip is to track your progress and reevaluate as you go. So for me, I'm not going to be too concerned about my scale weight. I will look at it just to see where it's at, but that's not a major concern of mine, whether it goes up a bit or down a bit or however that plays out. I don't expect it to change a whole lot with my strength training. What I am more so going to be looking at is my body fat percentage, and what I'm looking for is my body fat percentage to decrease as I get more into training and as I'm consistent and committed and continue on with it. And also looking at progress photos to see how my body looks and how it sort of changes as my training progresses, and also taking measurements to see how that changes up with my training. And then depending on how I'm doing with my progress and where I'm at, I can make tweaks and reevaluate as I go, and maybe make even clearer goals and distinctions of what I really truly want in this. For now, my goal is pretty broad to be as, strong and fit and feeling capable as possible. And maybe in time I'll have more sort of specific goals, month by month or every few months, and new targets to set. And I'm really excited to see where that goes. So it's important to decide how you're going to track your progress. As I've outlined, that's how I'm going to track my progress for my strength training. If you're on a weight loss journey, I highly recommend using measurements, progress photos, paying attention to your energy levels, paying attention to how your clothing fits. The scale is a great tool. It can be really helpful. It can give you a data point, but it's only one tool in the toolbox. So I would say don't obsess over your weight. Don't get too caught up. And I have lost a significant amount of weight, but I think looking at other factors as well, and what your body is capable of and how you feel, those things are equally as important as the number on the scale. So for the Plant Fit Meg channel, Fit is my middle name, and I'm going to go ahead and do what I can this year to really fit, no pun intended, that name and that title, and share my journey with you. So the channel will remain, somewhat the same. I'll be sharing some of the same content about weight loss and fat loss and recipes and things like that, healthy lifestyle tips, but I'll also be taking you along on my strength training, muscle building journey as a vegan and as a plant-based athlete. And I'm super excited to share what I'm doing and mistakes I make along the way, and successes and failures, and just how it's progressing and how it's going. If you have any questions, absolutely leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer questions in the comments section and chat with you guys, and or film a Q&A video. If I get enough questions about what I'm up to and how I'm changing things up, I might do a full question and answer video for you. I'm really excited to see what I can achieve this year and how I can get stronger and fitter and feel even better and even more vitality than I already do. And I would love to hear about your New Year's resolutions and what your plans are for the coming year and how you're going to turn your resolutions into reality. I highly recommend having a clear intention and a clear resolution that you're really passionate about, making a plan, considering other factors that go into your plan, having a contingency plan in case things don't go quite your way for whatever reason, and tracking your progress and reevaluating as you go. And I will be doing all these things and sharing what I'm up to. So I hope you will continue to watch the channel and check out my journey as a vegan athlete. I will leave some links below to people who are really inspiring to me in the plant-based and vegan world in terms of vegan fitness and bodybuilding. There are some great YouTube channels out there and great people on Instagram and things like that. So I'll leave some resources below for some podcasts and just some other people you can check out if this is subject matter that you're interested in. I also am currently rereading The Plant-Based Athlete by Robert Cheek and Matt Fraser. And this is, I think, a great resource for people embarking on a plant-based athletics journey, and for me, strength training journey. So I'm excited to reread this one and use it as a bit of a guidebook in a way to give me some ideas about training and fueling and all of that kind of stuff. So happy New Year. I hope you have an amazing 2022. And thank you so much for watching, especially if you watched through until the end of the video. I so appreciate you being here and watching the channel and making the Plant Fit Meg community such a lovely place. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.